All right, you guys. So today we're going to talk about 18 energy. We're continuing on with my series about individual numeric resonances. When we're talking about 18, we are talking about navigating the realm of balance. We're talking about navigating the realm of justice. We're talking about navigating the realm of achievement. Okay, so there are a couple examples here that I want to share with you guys. The first, of course, is going to be a being navigating the realm of justice as it relates to completion because of the fact that the sequence totals 9. So let's use justice as our first example. This could be a situation where you're incarcerated and going through trial. It can be that obvious. It could also be a situation where karmic energies are being balanced and you're reaping what was sown by, let's say, a less evolved version of you. So the more spiritually aware you become and the more aware you become of numerology and of spiritual cycles, you can actually recognize these patterns. You can recognize these influences in your life when it comes to 8 energy. You can say, oh, I remember when I did that to someone else. I remember when I exerted these same energies that I'm having to endure now, right? And the circumstances are of little importance. The fact is that energy was exerted, so it is always going to come back around in divine timing. So what's difficult about this is the fact that you have likely evolved. Not always. But let's say you're on a spiritual journey. You're on a journey to better yourself, right? You're doing the inner work. So having to endure certain karmic lessons after putting in an extensive amount of work can be disheartening. But when you remain aware, it's easier because you can say, oh, I understand why I'm having to deal with that. And you can navigate it better. You can navigate it with awareness, with consciousness, and let it pass, let it flow. Make the right choices in the midst of it, right? But let it happen. So another example of this energy would be someone that's navigating the realm of 8 as it relates to achievement, success, elevation, right? This is the realm that comes before self-mastery because we're talking about the order of numbers. 8 comes before 9, right? So when you're talking about 8, you're talking about someone who's done the inner work or someone who's overcome their darkness. And now they're living in a state of balance, awareness, self-mastery, being able to recognize patterns, being able to recognize their own faults and balance those energies, hone those energies. This is about honing. This isn't simply about working towards mastering them. This is mastering them and then continuing to hone them on a regular basis. Because here's the thing, you guys, God will never put you in a position that you cannot handle. So when it comes to true achievement, when it comes to true elevation in a professional sense, in a spiritual sense, you're talking about the higher you are in a hierarchy, the more difficult energies you have to be able to dance with, endure, understand, and live through effectively, meaning not letting it pull you out of character, not letting it bring you back down to that 7 energy, right? At least not for too long. Right? No one's perfect. We all have high vibrational, low vibrational states. We all have a persona and a shadow. We all have a dark and light aspect. But it's about mastering this aspect. It's about recognizing that someone else's energy is a reflection of them. And being able to dance with that energy. Being able to use it as a mirror for your own growth. So what I would like to stress of the highest importance when it comes to navigating this energy, navigating the realm of 8 in this way. Because of the fact that 1 and 8 total 9, what we're talking about here as it relates to cosmic justice, as it relates to karmic balance, as it relates to achievement, we're talking about the fact that you have to be able to embrace the difficulty that comes with change, the difficulty and the sadness and the grief that comes with endings. When you truly hone your awareness, and you truly achieve a level of intellectual, emotional, spiritual balance, when it comes to being able to exist in a state where you can see patterns and you can recognize your own darkness and continue to hone those energies, You have to be able to let go of things. You have to be able to let go of people. You have to be able to implement boundaries. You have to be able to sustain and stand firm in regard to those boundaries. You have to be able to recognize toxicity in yourself and in others and release the connections that are bringing you harm. Nurture the connections that are nurturing you. Learn to no longer take things personal. Learn to be impeccable with your actions. Be impeccable with your words, because we're also talking about 8, which is the double up of that 4, right? Communication mastery, interpersonal mastery, mastery over your own darkness, and being able to balance all of it. Being able to recognize the justice in all situations. Being able to accept the fact that God is never wrong, and things will end and new beginnings will be initiated at exactly the right time. Learning to let go of control. Learning to stop trying to control others. Harnessing the peace within and allowing it to flow outward. All right, you guys, stay tuned for 19.